I'm overwhelmed with the support from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
The world just witnessed a historic fight in the boxing world. Dillian Whyte waited years as the next man up for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. Whyte's opportunity finally came on Saturday night in London, and the dream opportunity turned into a nightmare, as he was badly outboxed by Tyson Fury before being knocked out with a heavy uppercut in the final seconds of the 6th round. It drew out a lot of emotions, with there being two fan favorites on both sides of the fight. So, without further ado, let's jump into it and see whether your favorite boxer had a word to say about the fight. An adrenaline-filled Fury after the fight seemed to be very happy, saying how he dedicated his victory to God himself, and he is grateful that fellow countrymen and women gave him this much love and support by showing up. He also praised his trainer Sugar Hill, without whom this victory wasn't possible.
First of all, I want to say, as always, I dedicate this to my Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ. I cannot believe that my 94,000 countrymen and women come here tonight.
Fury's trainer Sugar Hill says Tyson had worked day and night to get this win, and it was all worth it in the end. It was just Fury being his old self, but with some different moves. An improved version of Fury with stronger punches. Sugar said that they had worked out everything in training camp, so there were no surprises. The uppercut, which ended the fight, was well practiced too. When asked about if Tyson was ever going to return to boxing, Sugar said that it was totally up to Fury himself, and they would respect the decision he made.
Some different moves, different footwork, stronger punching, the new improved Tyson Fury.
Do you want to see him return?
I want to see what Tyson wants to do, that's it, I don't care.
Otto Wallen says that Tyson was magnificent in this fight. He was surprised to see Dillian come out southpaw and Fury orthodox. He was totally expecting the opposite. According to him, Whyte seemed to be doing pretty good starting into the fight, but lost his movement and took some heavy punches to the face. Otto himself has challenged Tyson before, and upon being asked whether he can win against him, he said that he can do even better now because he is faster than Dillian Whyte and an all-around better boxer.
It was actually interesting that Dillian come out southpaw and Fury orthodox. I thought it was going to be the other way around. I think I can do even better than last time. I'm much faster than Dillian Whyte.
Tommy Fury, Tyson's brother, said that he would like to see Tyson retire because boxing is stressful for a guy. He did not need to keep going on as he already had everything he wanted to accomplish. Is this brotherly concern speaking, or is it genuine advice from a fellow professional?
I think he should definitely have a break now, a good long break. And yeah, in my opinion, I think he should, because there's nothing else left for him to prove.
Joseph Parker says that it was just not Dillian Whyte's night, even though he came prepared. This was the best Fury you will see, and you can't beat Fury when he is at his best. He was just too well prepared. About Tyson's retirement, he said they will all have to support him and his family in this decision. When asked about what Whyte's next step should be now, Parker said that he should fight him. Parker has a fight with Joe Joyce coming up, but he would be willing to fight Whyte too.
Boxed well and landed a clean shot. Dillian Whyte came prepared and came ready, but it wasn't as nice tonight.
Carl Frock has said that it was a historic night in the world of boxing with such an amazing crowd. He was sad to miss the last uppercut, which ended the fight because the fight got a little messy and scrappy. He was expecting the fight to get juicy, but this is heavyweight boxing and one punch can end the fight, which it did. He was also sad for Whyte since he is such a nice guy who works so hard only to lose to such a clean uppercut. Speaking about Fury's retirement, he has said that it is likely he will retire, but will be back for maybe 1 or 2 fights after a 6-month break.
I missed it. I saw it from a side angle. I was like turning and chatting like you do in boxing, because not much was happening. It was rough. It was messy.
KSI, the famous YouTuber and boxer, has praised Tyson Fury, saying that he was at the top of the league. His fans seem to joke by saying that KSI could take him in a fight, a highly unlikely outcome. Ryan Garcia, a former lightweight champion, had a word to say about Tyson Fury's uppercut on Dillian Whyte, saying how amazing it was. Watching the fight had him wanting to get in the ring himself too. Shakur Stevenson, a world champion in 2 classes, held Tyson in high regard, saying how he was the best heavyweight of all time, and there was no one like him. He was humbled to be in the era of Tyson Fury, and he looked up to him as a role model and inspiration. Lennox Lewis, who is regarded by many as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time and one of the greatest British fighters of all time, has said that he was looking forward to welcoming Fury in the Undisputed Club. Both of them are the undisputed best heavyweights of their time. Joe Joyce said that it was a really amazing fight which could have gone both ways, but he had always believed in Fury. Dillian is a great fighter and tried his best, but Fury was always going to be too much for him. He furthermore explained some dirty politics. Fury himself has spoken about this too, post-fight, but he said that he will not hold it against Whyte. Whyte is said to be using his elbows and forearms and even headbutting Fury, all of which is prohibited in the boxing world.
I thought Fury was always going to do the business, but then there's always a potential from Whyte, and he gave it his best shot.
Perhaps the person even happier than Fury himself is his father. He is the proudest father in the world right now, saying now he has raised two winners, Tommy and Fury. Talking to the news, John has said that this was the best it was ever going to get, with 94,000 crowd here, and it was all to support his son, the Gypsy King.
I'm on top of the world, 2 sons, 2 winners, 95,000 crowd in our capital, don't get no better.
In another interview, Tommy has said that he couldn't blame Dillian Whyte for the loss because Tyson Fury was the best in the world. And even if the fight did get scrappy, Whyte had no chance of beating Fury. Tyson was never going to back down and keep on going at it.
He's the best in the world. I mean, there's levels to this job. Dillian's there, credit to him, he came, he tried, he's just not on that level. Tyson's above everybody, and he showed that tonight.
Danny Garcia has said that Fury is the real deal, which he has definitely proven in this fight. Sonny Bill Williams said that there is no one as good as Tyson Fury in the business. He then went on to congratulate him. Judah says he thought Tyson was a great guy and he really liked him. He was trying to make a change because of him. Fury's promoter Frank Warren has come out saying that he loved the atmosphere in the stadium. It was buzzing. The cherry on top was the uppercut in the end, which was what the fans loved to see. Talking further about what was the future for Tyson, whether he was going to fight the winner of Joshua versus Usyk, Frank said it was his choice and they were going to support him with his decision. He did not need anything to prove to anybody, and if he wanted to walk away, then it was what he could do.
Well, the atmosphere was phenomenal, unbelievable.
He carries on?
I don't know, to be honest, it's his choice. He's the guy in the ring. I always say that. He's the guy taking the punches, and that's going to be his choice.
Perhaps one of the most interesting outcomes of the fight is the hype around Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Fury called Ngannou after the fight, and they both seem to be in the mood for a fight, a hybrid of a kind with MMA gloves. He said Fury was very electric and a sight to watch, and if he could fight in such a big stadium one day, he would be very excited too. And he was already looking forward to the match between him and Fury. About the knockout, Ngannou said it was very technical and well done. Perfectly timed and positioned. He also was very confident in his abilities to defeat Fury one day, saying how he could beat anybody. He is currently recovering from a knee injury and is getting better every day.
Going back and forth for the past 2 years, and I think we are getting close to getting settled. I think I can beat everybody.
Ngannou further went on to his Twitter and posted a photo of him outside Wembley Stadium, which read, "See you soon." He certainly can't wait to fight Tyson Fury after his spectacular win against Whyte. Well, it certainly looks like all the good luck paid off because it ended with Fury victorious and at the top. So which reaction did you like the most, and what do you think will be the next step in the journey of Tyson Fury? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can keep you updated to the latest news. Until then, peace out.